Okay, so I wanted to make a quick video talking about the mechanics of doing a business acquisition in a high interest rate environment. I made this video yesterday that got published that talked about basically that there's less buyers out here and that this is a great buying opportunity because of that. You're gonna have less competition for deals. Thus, you're gonna be able to do more deals if you're aggressive and if you have a clear point of view with regards to the marketplace. But here, let's talk about the actual mechanics, which I thought were somewhat obvious, but to be frank, I sometimes forget that I'm not speaking to my current self. I'm speaking to where I used to be, right, as far as learning this game. So let's talk about it. The punchline is firstly, you're going to want to have a lower purchase price than you would have at a zero interest rate environment. You're going to need a lower purchase price. That's number one. It's got to be lower because all things created equal, your cost of debt has gone up with rates going up. So that's number one. Number two is you can afford to put more seller finance on the back of the capital stack. Whereas say if it's a $5 million deal, whereas before maybe getting 10% of the purchase price in seller finance on the back end would have been difficult. Now it's more easy to get 10 to 20% for the same deal, right? So you can put more seller finance at the back of the purchase price on the back end of the capital stack, subordinated to your first position loan. Next, the SBA is the clear path for first-time deal makers. Right, so I'm a fan of the SBA. I've been a fan of the SBA. I continue to be a fan of the SBA, and the SBA is particularly useful when it's a difficult economy with higher interest rates because it's government-backed finance. Okay, you may need a little bit more equity in your deal. Okay, you may need to raise a bit more equity to get the deal done. But really the punchline is you just augment your inputs, your capital inputs, and that is what's going to bring the deal to you. If you try to do the deal as if it's a 0% interest rate environment, there won't be enough free cash flow for you. So the seller has to be motivated, but because there's less buyers, it's easier for you to get that seller to agree to your terms, right? If there's a whole bunch of buyers out there, you see the problem. You try to offer a lower purchase price with more seller finance on the back end, and the seller says, screw you, there's 5 other people that are willing to buy my business. But now, not only are there less buyers out there, but you can't really tell when more buyers will reappear. So if you're a motivated seller, you may say to yourself, do you know what? I'm just going to bite the bullet. I've already made enough money. I want to sell this business. I want to turn a new page and start a new career, start a new chapter in my life, right? Or I want to end my career, I should say. So you're dealing with motivated sellers now that really don't see a light at the end of the tunnel unless if you offer one. But, that tunnel has, drawbacks. Lower purchase price, more back-end seller finance, etc. Okay, so that's really the mechanics of how I would do deals in this higher interest rate environment.